Hello, everybody. Welcome to SnapTech, the podcast where we explore tools, trends, and strategies shaping for future of e-commerce. In this episode, I have big pleasure to speak with Luca, the CEO of Dynamic Mockups, and we are going to have the conversation how the visualization of the product can improve the sales in e-commerce. Hi, Luca.
Hey Marlena, thank you for having me.
Thank you for accepting the invitation, and maybe we can start directly and you can tell us how the idea for creating the dynamic mockups platform came about.
Yeah, definitely. So just to give a little bit of context to all the viewers, Dynamic Mockups is a technology partner for the creation of highly realistic mockups for print on demand for e-commerce or any social media platform. So we essentially excel of creating all of those realistic visuals in real time and in scale on scale. So we essentially give you the technology, the API, so you can integrate it in your own solutions. And the idea about dynamic mockups actually came. We faced the exact same problem that we wanted to solve when we had our own print on demand marketplace here in the Balkans. So it was a bit local. It was called PhotoGrid, and yeah, it was focused on wall art. We had a bunch of merchants that wanted to sell on our marketplace, but it just took too long for them to list their products. They had hundreds of their artwork that they wanted to present, and we wanted those artworks to look really good because to have a great photo on e-commerce is really important because the 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 image essentially sells. So when we tried to automate that process, we really couldn't do it. You have the option of either doing a photo shoot, and that was like, I don't know, like 4 years ago. So there was no AI or anything. But yeah, you could either do a photo shoot, which is really, really expensive and time consuming, or you can use Photoshop. But it's not. There's no automation there. You can't integrate it with your e-commerce store, etc., etc. So we started, yeah, trying to solve that problem. And yeah, I gathered a crew of a bunch of lunatics that that thought that it could be possible because it's very, very complex, and we managed to do it. And that's how Dynamic Mockups was born. We created that technology with the goal of allowing anybody to automate the creation on scale, so you can integrate it with your e-commerce stores. You can integrate it, you can automate it via using make.com, Zapier, Na10, or stuff like that. And you can, yeah, integrate it in your own custom software. So it's like having Placeit and smart mockups, but inside your own platform.
So, what are the core features of dynamic mockups and what make it different from traditional mockup tools?
Yeah, I kind of touched upon that one, but essentially, on the first glance, it's just like a regular mockup generator tool that you can sign up and use and create a bunch of mockups. That's really cool, but we go a few steps, few steps onwards, and providing some additional value. And two main values that we provide is we allow you to create your own custom mockups, and we integrate with Photoshop, with Adobe Photoshop, because all mockups are essentially created in Photoshop. That's the industry standard. So we integrate with Photoshop. So any mockup that you create on your end, any mockup that you find online, can be actually added to dynamic mockups, and you can automate the creation. And that gives you the ultimate flexibility in in the aesthetics, so it can be on brand, and it can really resonate with your target audience, which is also important when you're selling online. And yeah, that means it can be any product. It's not like we're limited to a certain set of mockups in our library, and we do have a big library of mockups, but it can be any product, anything that you imagine, anything that can be built in Photoshop, can be a mockup and can be added in dynamic mockups. So that's kind of the one of the biggest values that we provide. And the second one is our API, or our embeddable mockup editor, which essentially gives you the ability to integrate this technology to your own software. So whether you're a print-on-demand platform, whether you're an e-commerce brand, you can integrate it in your workflow and provide this value to your customers. So yeah, whether it's a deep integration via the API, or whether it's the embeddable mockup editor, which is like a copy and paste thing. We don't do the kind of the design aspect of it. We leave that ones to the pros, like like Snapwear, and yeah, but we handle the image part, the lifestyle part, so you can really increase those conversions. And yeah, all of those mockups are print ready, meaning everything that you design in other design software is perfectly aligned and accurate with your print on demand provider. So you are really certain that what you see is what you get, what your customers see is what they will get. And this is really good for if you're selling on Etsy and Amazon, because those platforms are, it's really important to have very realistic mockups. If they see that you have fake mockups, fake or bad looking images, they can ban you. And we see both of those platforms introducing new AI algorithms that automatically figure out whether it's something fake or not, because they want you to sell real things. So yeah, I guess in a nutshell, those two things are the biggest value that we provide to our customers, so they have the full flexibility and they are empowered to sell more.
That's pretty impressive. It seems like you really solve a lot of pain points for the print on demand sellers. Maybe you can share your screen with us and show how your application, your tool is working.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be amazing. Let me just quickly share my screen. Okay, cool. So this is the Dynamic Mockups app, and essentially you can create a free account. You can test everything out, and you have a bunch of mockups. We have a huge library of different mockups, different lifestyle mockups, from t-shirts, hoodies, wall art, everything. So they're not generic. They're not those kind of mockups on white product on a white background. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly do a very very quick demo of how the output actually looks like. And yeah, essentially, this is kind of the most asked question, and that's, do we handle the oval objects? And yeah, the short answer is yes. Essentially, any mug, any bottle, anything that you can imagine can be warped, and we handle all of that out of the box. So whether it's something simple like this or very complex like blankets and stuff like that, we also do that. And you can also change the color of all of those objects, those products. So in that moment, we keep all the highlights and all the shadows. And in the same manner, if you have some more complex products that actually, it's kind of the use case of when you have fabrics, you have a lot of wrinkles, a lot of folds. We also do that automatically. Now I'll use this very an artwork with very straight lines. just so you can see the output. What we do is our engine, our technology is a proprietary technology, so we don't use anything off the shelf. So we automatically target and analyze the product. So we adjust your artwork and we analyze all the folds and adjust your artwork
It
as you see.
looks really realistic. It gives the feeling of the real product in this way.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, just to touch upon the Etsy and Amazon and everything that's going on here, that's what's really important. And I have a design background, and when you see something, a very good result of an image, it's not usually only one thing that stands out that makes that visual very appealing. It's a bunch of those details. So it's always a bunch of those details, and that's one of the details that make it really, really realistic. And yeah, I mean, any perspective, any vibe, any style, the results will be very, very realistic. So even in this image, this lifestyle image where we have a bunch of shadows, a bunch of highlights, you really can't distinguish whether this is real or fake. And our job is to make sure that your images, that your products are presented in the best way possible. So these are just a couple of examples, and I just want to quickly show you another one, and that's you can really go detailed with those products. Now, what I showed you now is essentially just it's a simple examples, but if you have more complex products with different print areas, different parts of the product that you want to design. So in this case, we have a shirt that has a front side, back side, sleeves, collars, wrists. We have the full control there as well. You have the full control there as well. So maybe we want a certain design on the sleeves, or maybe we want a certain design on the body. We have the full control there, and you can go really detailed. So you get that flexibility that you need, and it's perfectly aligned with the print partner that you provide. So you can even export the print file if you need. But yeah, these are kind of the examples of the output that you get. The whole Dynamic Mockups app is essentially a mockup management platform that you can use to organize your mockups there, connect easily with your e-commerce store or your own system via the API. So whether it's just the easy creation of the API key, or even just using an integration like Etsy, WordPress, Make, Zapier, everything is very, very simple, and it allows you to do very complex things, but very, very easily. So even
Okay,
if
because you are
you
saying that it's very simple, but for sure there are some common mistakes that people do while using your creator and your tool. So can you speak about them and how to avoid it?
Yeah, definitely. So that's actually a very good point, and the most common thing that we see is people use our tool if they're not using the dynamic mockups API, if they're not using the embeddable mockup editor, they're using the app to generate a bunch of images for their products. So what we see that they often do is they specify a certain mockup, and then upload just one design, one artwork, and they export the mockup here. But what you can actually do in dynamic mockups is upload a bunch of artworks. So here's your logo as well. So let's add a bunch here. And what we will do is we will allow you to add a bunch of artworks here, and we will automatically generate all the mockups, so you don't have to do it one by one. and we will automatically place all of them in the same spot that you defined. So you don't have that hassle of creating every mockup for every product. And what's really cool here, and you can change the size as you wish, and this functionality keeps your designs inside the print area, so it looks really at how the customer will get it. And what's really cool here is for example, the Etsy store integration, where you can easily connect, and then you get all of your products. So you can, if you're selling this T-shirt, and this is this is my cat lady T-shirt, but never mind. You can just upload it here, save and add to Etsy. And if you're creating, if you have a different product, you can just change the product and add the new mockup that you wanted to add to this Etsy listing, save and add, and that's it. No download, no upload, no nothing. And if you want to take it a step further, you can even use the batch create mode, which essentially gives you the ability to create multiple mockups. So, for example, if you want to add, I don't know, a couple of T-shirts for a certain product, you can use the batch create mode, select a couple of artworks, a couple of mockups, and we will also do the batch create of all of them. So I've added 3 or 4 artworks, but we're gonna add 4 artworks to this mockup, 4 artworks to this mockup, 4 artworks to all of the mockups. And even if we're, for example, selling this product, this T-shirt in multiple colors, we will also create all the variants needed. So, for example, if there's a blue variant, we're gonna create all variants for those 4 mockups. So if we add another color, like, I don't know, the green one, we will create all variants for every artwork. And that's how you can create, and that's how people actually create thousands and thousands and thousands of mockups. Because if you think about it, if you're selling 100 different artwork pieces in 5 different colors on 5 different products, that's 5 times 100, which is 500, times 5, which is 2,500. That's a lot of images that you need to create, a lot of images that you need to download, and a lot of images that you need to upload manually. So yeah, that's what people often miss because they're not used to this functionality. They don't expect that you can create all of them in one go. But yeah, actually you can do that, and there's a lot of value and a lot of time saving that you can benefit of and really focus your time on marketing, on researching your niche, on selling.
This is what I wanted to upgrade because it's not even the mistake, but it's that the people are not used to this kind of automatization and how fast they can do the things and how fast they can work by
Yeah.
using this kind of tool. So it's a really good possibility for each e-commerce owner to do a lot of work in a couple of seconds. In truth.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, when we started this startup, this company, we wanted really to focus on the to be API first, and we are, and we're focusing on working with bigger businesses. We're mostly B2B, but there's a lot of people, a lot of creators that are just starting that want to succeed in this space, and that's why we decided to also provide all of these functionalities to them via the API. But yeah, a common workflow is on other platforms, which, and I mean, platforms like Placeit. It's the number one mockup generator. They're killing it for a very long time. They're an amazing company. They have a huge library, but yeah, you can just upload one artwork, download it, and that's about it. But the reality it is that we have a lot of products, and AI is happening right now. So AI is allowing us to really speed up the creation process. I'm not necessarily saying that AI is doing the work for us, but it's already uh, increasing the time, increasing the speed how we ideate on new designs, how we ideate on new niches. So naturally we're going to have a lot more products to sell, a lot more products to test, and the more you test, the more you will succeed.
And this is what I wanted to ask you also. There is some new features, integrations, or innovations that you are planning to introduce to your web page driven by AI, of course.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We have some very exciting features in the backlog that are going, well, not really backlog, on the roadmap, and we're gonna release them very very soon. So two new features that we're really proud of is the first one is to make the mockup alive. So everything that you create now using dynamic mockups, you would be as a static image, you would be able to convert to a video, and that's really important because that's also the way how we communicate with people. We know this is the most engaging format. We know from all of these platforms like Etsy and Amazon, so they want you to add videos. It's how you present your products even better from different perspectives. And yeah, it's definitely something that you're going to use for social media. So it's not only for e-commerce stores. You use all of these visuals even for social media, for newsletters, for ads, etc., etc. So that's the one feature that we're going to release very soon. And the second one that we're really proud of is the ability to create any mockup from any image without using Photoshop at all. It's going to be really simple. Just upload any image, any product. It can be even an image of yourself wearing a specific T-shirt or something similar, and we're gonna automatically analyze. So these are our models, and we're gonna analyze the whole image, create a mock-up out of it, and with a simple drag and drop, you upload your artwork. You can move it around on the product in real time, very realistic. Something similar that Recraft actually does. But yeah, we're gonna have a very similar feature, and that's gonna help a lot more people because not everybody has the knowledge of Photoshop. Photoshop is really complex. It does provide you with very good flexibility, with a lot of details. So you have the control. You can do an amazing things in Photoshop, but this will be for the wider audience that just have an image, or you maybe want to create an image with AI that looks good, and yeah, you can just upload it here and create a mock-up out of it. So those are the two exciting features. We also are going to create to release a new version of our current AI feature that allows you to change the scenery of the mock-up. So for example, if you like a certain mockup, if you like a certain model, but you want to change the scenery. For example, you have an urban brand that you're selling to, I don't know, the urban audience. Maybe you want the scenery to be somewhere in the city, somewhere in the streets, so you can easily write a simple prompt that you want that kind of scenery, and we're going to change the whole mockup, but we will preserve your product and your artwork, and that's what we do not touch. So you can always count on maximum accuracy and without any hallucinations.
That's really exciting. I cannot wait, especially for this video image, because as we know, the video is the best sell driver today. So I'm so happy to hear that you are going to introduce it. And maybe you can share with us some success story that you have already of one of your customers.
Definitely. Well, we have. a lot of success stories that we're going to release a couple of soon on our website, so you can really go and read about them. But I would highlight maybe three. The first one is like a small creator that has a lot of wall art products, and he sells on both Etsy and Shopify. And it's Jack. Jack reached out to us from Jack. It's Bucket List Prints. It's his website. He reached out to us a couple of well, it was actually last Black Friday season, and that's the period when there's all the mania that you need to prepare everything. So he wanted to essentially reskin all of his the whole catalog with new mockups, new high quality mockups that I think he purchased from Etsy or something like that. But yeah, it was very easy for him to upload any mockup that he found online. That was, I mean, really, really quality mockups. And he just uploaded, I think he generated more than 50,000 mockups in a couple of hours, and was able to import them to both Shopify and Etsy. And he was ready, in a couple of hours for the Black Friday season. And there's a lot of things that you need to do in that period. So he was very pleased with all the with how fast everything he was able to do. And yeah, that's one of the success stories. A second one is actually a new that I wanted to highlight. It's a new startup. It's a new startup, mock exchange, that I think is going to be a somewhat of a competitor to place it in a way. But they have an amazing mockups. So amazing mockups. They really do no AI stuff. They really do them by hand. And Kate and Matthew from Mock Exchange are amazing, and you should definitely check out their platform when it releases. But yeah, we enabled them to create the whole platform without thinking about how to use their mockups. They're already created Photoshop mockups and provide that value to your customer. So essentially, Mock Exchange will be somewhat like a Canva, but for mockups. So you can easily upload your artwork and choose everything that you need from both promotional services, not necessarily print on demand, but for social media, or for marketing purposes or anything like that. And yeah, they didn't have to think about, well, this is kind of the most complex step throughout the whole process, and they could start immediately without thinking about the whole technology and how to implement it. And the third one is, well, I can't really share the name of the customer, but it's a big customer. It's a unicorn company, and they do millions and millions of mockups. And yeah, they were able to implement our API in 2 weeks, which was really amazing. And for a huge company like that, they were able to just to do all of the implementation in 2 weeks and release the new functionality to all of their users. And they have hundreds of millions of users, and provide something that they didn't have before, and allowed their creators to have very realistic mockups that they could use for their e-commerce stores and to sell more, essentially. So those are kind of totally three different use cases that I wanted to highlight. So whether you're a small creator, whether you're creating something new, whether it's a new print on demand platform or a new print on demand startup, or you're just a big company that wants something very reliable. Yeah, we have all of those great stories to share.
Sounds so good. But as we both know very well, there are still some sellers that hesitate to invest time and resources in high quality product visualization? What would you say to them?
Um, yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. It makes sense. I mean, it's hard. It's hard, but from my experience, most of the things that are hard are also the most valuable things. So if you imagine, it boils down to numbers. If you're competing with a lot of new players in the print on demand space, and I mean, AI is enabling anyone. If you think about it, in history, print on demand platforms, the big guys like Printful, Printify, Guten, they enabled everyone to start a business without any money. That's amazing. You just need to know how to design. But now with AI, you don't even need to know how to design. You can really do it fast. Now, I mean, it's the question is how good of a quality will be, but that's another topic. What I'm trying to say is there are a lot of new players in this game. It's a very hot industry right now, and it's skyrocketing now, and it's going to continue to skyrocket. So you have to think, well, I need to stand out in a way. I have to be unique. And in the sea of sellers that essentially sell on generic mockups like white product on a white background. I mean, it's an important photo that you need to have in your gallery of photos, in your product, in your listing. But you have to stand out some way, and it's not only about standing out. That's the first point. If you think about it, we're all selling digital products. It's a physical product in the end, but until it gets to our door, it's a digital product. So we really have to invest in those in the product visualization, from one point to stand out, and from the second point, it increases the perceived value of our product, and that's really important. Um, if you don't present your product in the best way possible, it's going to, your customer is going to question, well, is this worth enough? And in print on demand, margins are, not the hottest topic, or not the happiest topic there is. So we really need to think about how to increase the margins, how to earn more, and how to present better. And that's the only thing that we have. And if we think about the inevitable future that's going to happen, that's the future of, how we internally call it, the zero click commerce. There's not going to be any UI. The only user experience is going to be, you ask some kind of a AI, hey, I want to buy this and this kind of product, this and this kind of t-shirt that has a certain vibe to it, and you're going to be presented with a couple of options. How do you stand out? That's the only thing that you have. We only have one chance to make a first impression, and we need to make it count.
So to make the summary of what you said, even if you act right now, you always have to think about the future, because it's coming very, very fast. And I think that this conversation was really give a big inspiration for me and for our customers. So thank you so much for being here today and share all these informations with us. We are, of course, I would like to ask you also where we can learn something more about dynamic mockups, where we can get some additional information about if somebody would like to go deeper.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess the easiest and the most straightforward thing is to go to dynamicmockups.com. We are very responsive. You can just chat to us on the intercom chat. That's one way how you can reach out to us. We also have I started a personal brand kind of advocacy for to help print on demand creators. So you can follow me on Instagram and all the social media. We have a page, the Drop Zone, and have a community there. So I we share a lot of awesome things there, so you can join. And yeah, we're gonna help you be more successful. So yeah, I guess that those are the best ways how you can reach out to us and how we can potentially collaborate.
Perfect. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will go and check it. Thank you, Luca, for being here with us today.
Thank you, Marlena, for the invitation. It was an amazing podcast. So thank you for the thought provoking questions.
Thank you and see you soon. Bye.